I guess I've come to the end of my rope. I don't know what kind of worms I'm going to be opening up. Finally found the story rock. What happened to it? Well, I knew what happened to it. I just didn't know how important it was. But first, I want to tell you about Contact. I was trying to watch that stupid movie for the last 2 weeks. Started, and there's just something about music and everything. It's just, I've deleted so much in my life. I don't know. I'm pretty empty right now, I'll tell you. I got desperate and I called Jim and I asked him, was there giants? He said, and more. And more. Wasn't more giants. So they do something. He's up in Aleutian Islands working. His grandfather used to work. He had FBI. He was part of it. Can you believe it? 1 billion people in the world, and I meet the guy, his grandfather was part of it, and I saw the picture his grandfather got. He wasn't part of that particular picture. He got the picture. I think it was Hoover. He was in the desert. It was supposed to be taken in Texas. He was in the desert, and he had G-men all around him, but he was leading the front, and they're all in step. And all have the hats on, the old hats. And his leg was sticking out front, and that's what got to me as a photographer. I noticed right, I knew exactly, because his family's all in deep witchcraft, everything. That's who our bloodlines would both be negative. But anyway, I said, then he knew, I noticed it right away. He knows I know things. But he supposedly got these 5 spiritual wives in that little stupid Illuminati. He can't be attached to anybody who's not in the Illuminati. So you see my luck, I fall in love with someone. Forbidden love. Oh, geez, makes my day. But anyway, I got to see 2 pictures that most people never get to see. His granddad was standing over a pile of bodies that they rounded up as horse thieves. With horses. They're on horses with a pile of bodies that they just got done dragging till their death. Next picture I saw was that president picture with his legs sticking out, and it was white. It'd be like this. I said, that's a Illuminati sign right there. So never mind that. Okay, get back to Contact. Watch that movie. I don't care about the whole movie. The whole movie could have been made for this one particular point. Now listen. I don't hate to say that. She went through the wormhole. They dropped her down. She went through the wormhole. She's going through the wormhole. She goes, I see a light source ahead. She goes, it's blue and white. This blue light that's coming, that's my fingernail polish. For some reason, I've had this for so long, and I just have to put it on. It's this light out here. Your light is turning blue. Your sun out there. It's not mine. You want to claim it? Go ahead. It's turning blue. She says it's blue and white. There's our cue right there. She's going through the wormhole, coming to a light source. She goes, it's blue, it's white, and she goes, whoosh, comes to a stop. And then it kind of drifts up so you can see the star. She goes, it's Vega. Then she looks down and she says, I must have went through a wormhole. She looks back at, see, she's already saying she's seen Vega. She's been through a wormhole. She said it herself. When we go by script here, she looks up and drops her mouth. What made her drop her mouth after she went through a wormhole? She's seen Vega. Vega's right here. She looks up. Watch that movie. What is she looking at? Oh, I stopped it. I looked at it for a half hour. I stopped it. I took a picture of it. Took a screenshot off of its Netflix. What? See, when we go by script, you know how they say how it proves itself? She just got done saying she went through a wormhole. She's looking at Vega, but whatever, and she was looking at Vega and something caught her eye above wherever. She looks up and the expression on her face. Check it out. Check it out. I know I'm tired and everything. All right. What I'm about to tell you is about the Story Rock. I've heard about the Story Rock. Bitchin' Bob told me about the story, Rob. At the same time, he was supposed to tell me because he got drunk. Because I was a person he could talk to because we were interested in the same things. Nobody else came. His name was Bitchin' Bob because he bitched about how people didn't respect the Indians while he was out digging up graves and selling on the black market, okay? So I'm sorry. He said the king and queen told the Indians that their time had come. And they walked up a canyon. They're walking into this box canyon. And the Indians were allowed to watch, but they couldn't come in the canyon. Supposedly, they had walked up the canyon, the king and the queen, turned around, and sat down into the stone at the end of the box canyon, where they said they will remain until time. Now I'm going to tell you how the Aztec calendar got down to Mexico. It's not where it was built. I was looking at that Four Corners. I was making this Aztec A to Z thing up, okay? I mean, I always like to be, never mind, Arizona, and I got a thing about Z's. It has Aztec monument right there at Four Corners, right next to Klein. There's a town there called Klein's Corner. That's my last name, C-L-I-N-E. Sue me. So, I look on this map, and I have to get a better light, because I'm going to tell you why the Rockies, the rock key, it was a key. It had, see, this map here, I don't have the light. And this, I'm going to show you this map. I want to tell you how the Aztec calendar, I think right down, Sedonia and all that place in the Arizona right there. White Sands is right across the way. Here, I'm going to give you a few hints on the next video. On the biggie, on the mother lode, because I'm tired. I can't carry this around no more. It's getting too heavy for me. Giants picked up that son of a bitch and was running with it. They were trying to save it. It's like, was that one, that black guy that was blind and he carried that Bible around? I think people were chasing him. Somebody else was chasing him. They were carrying it. It's 13 feet wide and 3 feet thick. And where they fell is where it probably broke. They couldn't move it, so they buried it. That's how it got to Mexico. Mexicans didn't do it. The Aztecs, I don't think, were nowhere near Mexico. So you can take the pyramids and take all that crap, and the Egyptians, all that secret crap they always tell us about. Screw you. This is where it was happening. Now, that picture I was telling you about with the leg, I'm not telling you stuff for no reason, okay? I'm just not picking stuff out of the thin air. I have plenty of that, but still, I'm really trying to be scientific about this for once. A giant picked up the Aztec calendar. See? They couldn't move it, so they buried it. Isn't that freaking cool? Oh man, they got down. There's no story about that, is it? And they started doing this head cradling in 700 AD. For all the people out there that say all these giants with the cone heads. See, they were missing their god. This is why they made this clock. Because, after 50 years, people forget. They forget. Because they all start living their lives. They forget about the commitment. And after about 9 generations, that's why people are on Ancestry.com. They got a big surprise. They're all full of, they had people in the woodpile, didn't they? That 2% hunter and gather ain't no hunter and gather. That's demon material over here in Satan's playground. Somebody in your family, your mommy, got shipped over here for gold. Or next thing I'm trying to figure out is which way the gold was going. Were they trading gold to have sex with humans? These weren't the angels or anything. These were the other things. I don't know what they were, but they weren't the angels, because the angels and everything bound. The watchers not even. I'm running, I'm saving what little bit I have left. Can you see it in your head now? Because apparently the story rock was too big to carry. The story rock. Now, I was listening to Rob, Sikba, on the Nephilim. He talks about Seth and his son. I think after the flood, they were trying to get things going again. And I'm going to leave it at that. Part 2.